Hey guys, and welcome to Media Minutes. This is a short video series where we discuss the flaws in media ministry and point out how we can fix the usual errors. I'm Josue Vega.
And I'm Cameron Reel. In this episode, we're going to dive right into another media favorite, non-fiction videos. To start, two of the most common problems people face when making a non-fiction video is either they're lacking the content or the credibility. It's that simple.
Yeah, just think about it. If it's nonfiction, all a video can have is credibility and good content. So we need to make sure we understand these two principles.
We've got 3 points to share with you on how to effectively share information with your audience and keep these videos engaging.
Also, keep an open ear for the keys of success we found in some accomplished video ministries.
All right, first point. There is a single common factor in most of the successful nonfiction video productions we could find. Simply put, there is something valuable about including personal testimony in your video. Josue, tell us why.
Well, almost all nonfiction videos are intended to educate, persuade, or impact viewers. And reliable testimonies are one of the best ways to achieve these goals. So, individuals who are credible, current, and compelling are the storytellers you want to highlight in your production because they present an audience with a view of your topic that may be best told by themselves, and they will further add to the quality of the content that you want to share.
This is what drives the entire narrative in Christian productions. The nonfiction nature of ministry production calls for the most real story possible, as nonfiction formats are limited to reality.
So Cameron, our number 1 point is...
the story will be best shared by those whose story it really is.
Perfect. All right, moving on to number 2. Let's think of some popular methods of video making in the nonfiction world.
Documentaries.
That's good. How about how-tos?
How-tos, that's right. What about conferences?
Nice, yes. We found that while these are all fantastic methods of sharing information and conveying emotion, it becomes easy to stick to the one method you prefer making, or the method that has given you success up until this point.
Exactly. And in a world where productions can be halted by a pandemic and internet culture can turn on a dime, it's critical that you are able to produce the content you want in a variety of formats.
In fact, this is what the TED brand did. Considering the changing climate of the internet and conferences around the world, they took to their site and platforms and reimagined the variety of content they would produce.
Now that they produce many varieties of digital video content and they've found their adjusted audience, we've seen the success that this strategy can bring.
Some successful formats you should consider for your productions are live streams,
Animated shorts,
and hands-on demonstrations.
A helpful tip may be to take some time to look online at the ministries that inspire your ministry's work and see what works best for them and their audience. Try to learn about their history and observe the interactions they have around their productions.
Yeah, and then take a look at some popular ministries you aren't as familiar with. Observe their formats and measure the pros and cons you see as a new viewer.
Consider your experience of engaging with this new ministry's content and then adapt the pros and cons you discovered into a format of your own.
This works because discovering what works for others outside of your usual audience and then applying it to your own productions will bring your audience unique choices from which they can enjoy your content.
So, Josue, point number 2?
Share content and interact with your audience in a variety of styles.
Now let's look at the third point. It can be summarized in this way. The way you interact with your audience in and around your production will define your image at least as much as your finished product.
Some examples of this are pre-production updates, live conversations, and behind-the-scenes content. These are great ways to connect with your audience in the journey of producing content for your ministry.
These may also serve a purpose in educating viewers outside your typical audience by giving them sneak peeks into the mind of your ministry, all while providing the opportunity for a good first impression.
That's a very good point, Cameron. Looking at the digital ministry of Vertical Church Films, we've seen these very things put into action. While directing a fictional feature film for the ministry, Dallas Jenkins surrounded the production phase with updates and behind-the-scenes videos to engage viewers.
And now that his media work has been prioritized in the new hit series The Chosen, we see the success of this strategy. In fact, any viewer of this ministry may find as much, if not more, extra content than the total runtime of the episodes themselves. And it seems to be paying off, as they are working as great advertising tools and ways to interact with the supporting audience.
Now, if your content regards historical information, taking the extra time to develop an understanding of a historical context can go a long way in keeping up your credibility.
Point number 1 was, the story will be best shared by those whose story it really is.
That's right. Point number 2 is share content and interact with your audience in a variety of styles.
And point number 3, credibility is the name of the game in nonfiction.
This can be your simple list of tips on how to keep any nonfiction production real and engaging.
Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to check out some of our other videos to help your media ministry.
Until next time, guys, keep filming.